Hello Libra, welcome to my channel. This is Victoria at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for January 3rd through 9th, 2022. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful Christmas and New Year's and a holiday season, whatever you happen to celebrate. Ready to start 2022. Kiss the awfulness of 2021 goodbye and hopefully embrace something a little bit better for the year ahead. So just a reminder, these are general readings. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Thank you. And if you do enjoy my readings, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel as well. You might also want to check out your moon, rising, and Venus sign readings as well for some more information. Let's see what we've got here. Being in the flow. I am in the flow of the universe. Yes, indeedy, you are. Look at this, Libra. This is absolutely beautiful energy. And when we're in the flow, things are just a little bit easier. So this could be a really, a really good week for you to just live in the moment, to take things as they come, to overcome obstacles, because you're not really focused on the challenge that may lie ahead of you. You're focused on rising above and moving forward. So this shows a deeper connection to yourself, your higher self, to spirit and the universe as well. It's a beautiful, wonderful energy of openness, of oneness, of, just this gentle vibe that is around you. So very nice. We have embarking on an adventure as well. I savor the wonders of the world. Oh, beautiful. So for one, this is about living in the moment, living in the here and now, and enjoying exactly where you are. Some of you are maybe making plans to go on some sort of adventure. Maybe you're looking to make some change, and this change that you're looking to make will make you very happy. We do start out the week still in the energy of the new moon in Capricorn that we had on January 2nd. So some of you are still setting some intentions, perhaps manifesting new or improved situations into your life. Maybe you're looking to make some big change. All right. Maybe you are on an exploration journey of new information, new ideas, new concepts, new things. All right. But this embarking on an adventure is the start of something really fun, something really exciting, okay? And it may or may not involve travel, okay, but it certainly could. All right, being in the flow is kind of like being in the ocean and then embarking on an adventure. Maybe some of you are going on a cruise, maybe you bought a boat, had some sort of Christmas present maybe, okay, but it's really quite an uplifting, very fun kind of energy with a lot of promise. So let's see what we've got here. The Eight of Voices. All right, might be some restrictions that you're dealing with. The Page of Emotions. The Sun. Oh, I like seeing the sun. The sun is always a good time. We've got the Six of Inspiration. The Hanged Muse. It's the Hanged Man. The Fool. All right, I see. Okay, the Page of Inspiration. Awakening. And we have the Six of Emotions in the reverse. So we have the energy at the bottom of the deck. This is the underlying influence, maybe even something that hasn't quite come in yet. We do have the Empress. So first and foremost, this shows your ability to attract abundance of all forms into your life. Okay. This is also an energy of living in the moment and taking care of yourself as well. Okay. It is one of love and pleasure and all of these things. It is also it's also a very feminine and very open kind of energy. So this is your real ability to start new things, to start new projects. It brings in this creative flow that comes in here. Some of you might need to take a creative approach to something, believe you me, here with this Eight of Voices right in the middle. Okay. But the Empress is a beautiful, loving energy that comes in here. So new loves, improvements in your relationships, enjoying your moment, attracting abundance into your life, starting new projects, new creative endeavors, and even practicing some self-care, doing something that gives you pleasure and joy. Okay, but the Empress does bring in love to your situation as well. So whether this is love of yourself, love of your situations or where you're headed, okay, or just really just embracing this beautiful, wonderful, warm, open, flowy energy. which is way better, by the way, here, Libra, than the Eight of Voices that's showing up in the middle of your reading. This is the Eight of Swords. We all know Eight of Swords is your self-imposed restriction. Okay, maybe there's something that you're not quite seeing yet. Okay, you might need to take the blinders off in order to see the vision of where something is headed. The Eight of Swords is quite often this self-imposed restriction wrapped up in fear, of worry, of doubt, okay, not trusting your intuition maybe, okay? So there's certainly something here that has you feeling or being a little bit restricted. Now, with this being right in the center of your reading, and we do have some adventures, we do have some fresh starts that are coming in here, we've got some good news, okay? There could be a situation that you are trapped in, or that you feel like you're trapped in. So you can't quite see your way forward, but we do have some positive energy coming in to help you out with that. This can also represent, usually the Eight of Swords or the Eight of Voices in this deck is usually one of self-imposed restriction. Okay, something within you being overly analytical, being afraid to do something, or all of those things can quite often have you feeling restricted or stuck. However, this can also represent, it's coming up quite a lot in the last 2 years, okay, of external restrictions as well. And it doesn't usually, okay, but it has been for a lot of situations. And, you know, while we do have a light at the end of the tunnel for 2022, there's still things that need to get sorted out, right? And especially where the pandemic is involved, okay, as much as we'd like to forget that it's there, it is, okay? And so depending on where you are in the world, you may have additional lockdowns and restrictions, and this is preventing you from moving forward. So you might need to take a different approach to something, all right? You might need to let go of, you know, certain plans that maybe you wanted to pursue and do something a little bit different, or maybe even just wait for a little bit, okay? Or yeah, or really kind of think outside the box a little bit, okay? So for example, let's say you wanted to go to a cruise and go on some sort of adventure. Well, maybe at the moment you can't do that. So you might need to do something a little bit different. And you still might be making plans to go to probably a sunny destination there with the sun, okay? Maybe with the Six of Emotions representing a boat, or actually it doesn't, Six of Emotions represents the Six of Cups energy. I lied on that one. Oh, thank you. Yeah, both of these sixes are about moving forward. So you could certainly have the opportunity here to maybe go on a road trip or something instead. The Six of Inspiration is kind of, you know, representative of, you know, being, taking the lead, taking the charge, and maybe doing something a little bit different. So maybe you're going to go on a road trip instead of a cruise, or, you know, stay within your own country, maybe find the warmest, tropicaliest part of your own country that you can find, okay? Certainly travel might be a restriction. But if you're looking at starting something new, because we do have the Fool, we do have the Hanged Muse, which is the Hanged Man, and we also have the Awakening here. So there could certainly be something, some changes that you're looking to make, something new that you want to get off the ground, and you've been feeling here that it's really been stuck in a rut for quite some time, and you want to move on, you want to move forward, okay? And it looks like by trying something a little bit different, okay, maybe even doing something that kind of scares you, or maybe seeing something a little bit differently, being a little bit innovative. Thank you. That's the word that I'm looking for. Okay. That's what will move you forward. Okay. You got to release some restrictions there of yourself, right? Be a little bit more open. But the Hanged Man here does show that there has been something that's been stuck for a while, okay? And with this being in an inauspicious position behind you, and we have the Eight of Voices, there may be something that you're not seeing. So there could be a different perspective, a different point of view, a different way of looking at something that you haven't quite seen yet or haven't quite noticed yet. And it could just be that, you know, sometimes we do feel a little bit stuck, okay, because we're too close to the problem. We're too close to our own story. And we do need to take that step back. We need to be open-minded. all right, or even keep our options open, okay, so that we can see the alternate options, the alternate possibilities, an alternate point of view, okay, and then that releases us from this Eight of Voices energy here, okay, allows us to take those blinders off and see our way forward, see how to resolve a situation and get something done. The Fool usually does bring in some excitement, some adventure, something new, okay? And, you know, with this being right above the Hanged Man energy, okay, it's, again, it's like I'm itching to do something new and I haven't been able to get it off the ground and I don't know why. So this Fool card here, instead of bringing in some excitement and adventure, could be bringing in some impatience in your situation, because usually the Hanged Man brings in some patience to your situation, okay? So it could just be like itchy feet, okay? It's like, I want to start something new. I'm itching to start something new. I'm hoping that something gets better. I'm hoping I can make some improvements, but I've still got this doubt, okay? With the Awakening card here, this is the Judgment card. There still might be something that you haven't quite seen yet, okay? So you're trying to figure things out. You're trying to move forward and you're trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. For some of you, maybe you're looking to start a new job, a new adventure. Yes, maybe you're looking to make some big, bold moves in your lives, okay? Maybe in order for a relationship to move forward, perhaps you have to see someone else's point of view. For some of you, we do have the Six of Cups in reverse there, okay? And it could be getting closure on something as well. Usually the Six of Cups in the upright can sometimes represent something coming back, a return. With it in the reverse, maybe not so much, okay? Or maybe something does come back and it's like, no, 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 okay? But when we do have the Awakening, which is the Judgment card energy, when we have the Judgment, there's something that we have to see, something that we have to deal with, some truth that we have to deal with, some information that we have to deal with, some energy, some people, a situation that we can no longer hide from. Okay, and what this actually does, by discovering the truth, or by, you know, taking some blinders off, or, you know, by seeing something that we don't want to see, or something that scares us, this shines a light on the situation. Okay, so some of you are actually going through what feels like here's some release of some energy or situations that you have maybe held on to for a little bit too long in 2021. Maybe there's something that you wanted to let go of, or something that you wanted to get off the ground in 2021 and you couldn't. Or maybe you were kind of comfortable in your situation, even though you weren't really that comfortable. And, you know, sometimes, you know, in 2021, it was filled with so much uncertainty, so much chaos, so much upheaval throughout the year. I mean, it is a 5-year, okay? Sometimes, you know, there's been a lot of people that have held on to situations that aren't good for them necessarily, but they're comfortable and they're familiar. And it's like, the world out here is like the stormy sea, and I'm going to cling on to this little life raft. So there could be those things. And now it's like everything's coming to the surface. Everything is coming to light. The truths are revealed and you can see that way forward. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. When we have the Judgment card here, okay, it's like by seeing the truth, by getting something out in the open, this gets you unstuck. Okay, and sometimes there's things that come to light that we don't want to face, that we don't want to see, or that we currently can't. So take those blinders off, maybe do something that scares you a little bit, okay, and follow your intuition here as well. Okay, follow your intuition and your heart, and not so much up in your head. The Eight of Voices can quite often come in when we're overanalyzing, overthinking a situation, and we just got to go. We just got to do. We just got to put the ball in motion. But with the Judgment card, there could also be a situation where there may be a possibility of reconciliation, or maybe even a second chance coming around. Perhaps there had been a chance for something new, or something a little bit more exciting, or to level up in a situation, and you had thought you lost that opportunity, and maybe now it comes back around. Okay, but you may not necessarily trust it so much there with that Eight of Voices. Okay, so trust your intuition at the very least, okay, because we do have this Empress card coming in here, bringing in fertility, growth, abundance flowing to you. Okay, all of this wonderful, positive, loving energy. And, you know, maybe even the second chance in some situation in your life, perhaps a friend, a new love, a new partner, a new connection that comes in. And, you know, if you're single looking for love here, Libra, okay, people were making connections before the pandemic hit, and then all of a sudden people disappeared. And so there just might be something coming back around for you here. Some unfinished business, okay, something for a second chance. And you know, whatever is truly meant for us will never pass us by, and sometimes we just got to wait a while for the right opportunity, the right circumstances to come up. And so there could certainly be some doors opening for you here. But we've got the Page of Emotions, which brings in an open-minded energy, an open way of thinking. This shows that, you know, there is something that maybe you have your heart set on, okay, and you need to move forward with it. You need to take some action with it. Maybe you even get some sort of good news that kind of scares the pants off you. The Page of Cups, which is what this is, quite often comes in with a little bit of a surprise. Okay, so maybe there's something really wonderful that hits you out of left field and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I should do this. Okay, so you start overthinking, overanalyzing. But the Page of Emotions brings in this joyous, vibrant kind of energy. Do have to say, can sometimes brings in a apology, an offer, maybe an offer of love, of connection, of friendship, maybe something that you weren't quite expecting. Okay, you could even, by the way, surprise yourself. This Eight of Voices, okay, that blindfold can represent that you aren't taking any action at the moment, okay, because you're following your intuition. You're doing that little bit of deep dive within yourself to try to think of what is the right option for me, what is the right choice for me. And this Page of Cups, you might actually surprise yourself, okay, with the solutions that you find or the answers that you seek, because we do have this Six of Inspiration here also, which is the Six of Wands. Sometimes we're afraid of success. Sometimes there's a situation that comes in, something new that should be really exciting, okay, something that is part of our purpose, something that is meant for us, but it kind of scares us a little bit with that Eight of Voices, but ultimately something that leads us towards our path to success and victory. Maybe there's a new opportunity coming in here that thrusts you into the spotlight, and you might not be totally on board with that. Okay, but even if that's not the case for you, the Six of Wands shows that this is your time to shine here, Libra. This is your time to follow your goals, your dreams, to follow your heart, to do what gives you emotional satisfaction, to do what is fulfilling for you, to find forgiveness, to release and let go. The only challenging card in this reading for you is the Eight of Voices, and that is you standing in your own way of your own success, okay? And it is about being a little bit closed off or not receptive, okay? So, you know, you're gonna work past it, I feel, by following your heart, by taking some action, by being a little bit open and receptive, okay? But sometimes we are our own worst enemy. But with the Six of Wands, the Six of Inspiration right beside the Judgment card here, okay, it feels as though once you embrace the truth, once you release anything that's been holding you back, worries, fears, doubts, all of those things, once you look at things a little bit differently, you see that light, okay, you welcome the truth, okay, face your truth, face your fears, then this propels you forward with this Six of Wands, propels you towards victory, success, overcoming anything that's been holding you stuck, holding you back, finding those innovative solutions, okay? This thrusts you forward. It is a card of movement. Okay, so no movement here and movement here. Okay, so things are starting to shift. Things are starting to, you know, to really expand for you. Okay, but the awakening, this can also, you know, with the Judgment card can bring in forgiveness and second chances, plus that letting go. Okay, the Six of Emotions here, there could be something from your past that you are finally overcoming. Okay, if there's someone that comes back from your past with that Six of Emotions in the reverse, feels like here the answer will be a no. Okay, it's like, no, I've moved on, I've moved forward, I've been stuck for a while, but now I'm done. And maybe now you've got the gumption to say no. Okay, you may even just be in that element where you're finding closure. The Awakening card could certainly be one of finding closure, that final release. And this allows you to make plans for the future and have you feeling a little bit better about your situation. Because the Six of Emotions, right, it can also be an energy of nostalgia, all right, of being stuck in the past, okay, of being a little bit too much ahead of the game into the future, all right, and it is that reminder to enjoy the present moment, enjoy the moment in the here and the now. And yes, it can certainly be, it can certainly be one of people coming back. So whether you say yes or no to someone coming back, maybe you can clear the air, maybe you can rise above your challenges, and really embrace this opportunity or this person again, but maybe not. All right, you're all going to be a little bit different about that, okay? But whatever you've got going on, you've got the sun that brings you in abundance, success, really showers you with a lot of optimism, a super amount of positive energy. So you really do have an overall really good outcome. The Page of Inspiration, maybe you're following your passion, your dream, maybe you're rekindling the spark of a connection, okay? The Page of Inspiration is the Page of Wands, very exciting. So some good news coming in. You got 2 pages. You've got the Fool plus 2 pages. Okay, so you could actually certainly be dealing with a family situation here as well. Maybe a family reunion or something like that. You had to cancel some plans over the Christmas season. Maybe someone was sick, or maybe someone couldn't travel, and maybe now you're trying to figure out a way around that, and you're trying to find out how you can all get together again. Okay, because with 2 pages can sometimes represent children, and that Fool card can represent new adventures and travel and all that. And so so you could certainly have some good news coming in here. Maybe anything that has been restricted or you had to put your plans on hold, you're finding your way forward. Whatever that looks like for you, you are finding your way forward. You're finding the answers, you're finding the solutions, okay, and you're really clearing out some old energies. And if you've been feeling as though you're stuck in a rut, you are taking some action and you are finding that path. You are finding your answers, you're figuring out solutions, okay, and you're way more of a better mindset with that sun energy, okay, and really bringing in this success and this optimism into your life. So, excuse me, the sun can also have you really enjoying your moment, okay? But I think for some of you, there's some really good news coming in this week, possibly new love, new friends, getting together with the people that you love as well, okay? And this Page of Inspiration can, for some of you, possibly be a new connection, a new opportunity. Usually a job opportunity could certainly come in here, okay? And even if it's not something manifesting in its physical form for you this week, it's like you have a lot of optimism that you can follow your goals and your dreams, and that you can have these opportunities, all right? And all it requires is you taking just a little bit of action. I'm going to leave that there for you, Libra. Okay, a lot of super duper positive energy coming in here. So try not to overanalyze or overthink something. All right. And, remember, sometimes we keep ourselves stuck in a rut a little bit. All right. So I'm going to get you just a few of these. Thank you very much. So final messages here. Always do your best. Your best is changing all the time. Your best will depend on whether you are refreshed in the morning or tired at night. Your best will be different when you are happy as opposed to upset, or healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstances, simply do your best, and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. Be impeccable with your word. What does that say? Realize the power of your word. Your word is the power that you have to create. It is a gift that comes directly from God, source, universe, okay? The power of your own words, your thoughts, that voice's energy. And we have don't make assumptions, discern the truth. The problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are the truth. We make an assumption, we misunderstand, we take it personally, then we react by sending emotional poison with our word. This creates a whole big drama for nothing. What do they say about the word assume? You make an ass of you and me. Ask the question, speak your truth, and find your truth. All right. I'll leave that there for you, Libra. There's some super duper positive energy. I'm feeling some really good news coming in finally for you. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great week. Hopefully there was something here that resonated with you. And if so, please like and subscribe. But otherwise, have a great week ahead. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.